So this is now our video lessons in Science 4, Quarter 2, Week 3. The reference that I am using, Science Links book, can be found on page 92 to 94. Your teacher, Mr. Ray D. Montecillo. At the end of this lesson, you're expected to give the importance of human lungs and liver. Please prepare the following: ball pen and paper. This is a sample worksheet paper that you're going to use. For today's lesson, you will learn the human lungs. This lesson can be found on page 92. This is a sample illustration of the human lungs. How lungs work. Our chest contains a pair of lungs which are made up of sections called lobes. One lung is located on the left side of the chest and the other is on the right side of the chest. Lungs are protected by the rib cage. The main function of the lungs is to combine oxygen with the blood and to separate carbon dioxide from the blood. The diaphragm is also known as the largest muscle, which is most efficient for breathing, that is located under the lungs. The process of inhalation or inspiration takes place as the diaphragm flattens or moves downward while the ribs flare in an outward direction. The lungs expand while the air is thrown in. Another process, exhalation or expiration, happens when the diaphragm relaxes. It happens when the air leaves the lungs, spring back to its original position. Now, let's talk about the human liver. This lesson can be found on page 94. The liver cleans blood, the filtering machine of the body. Primary function is to remove toxins from the blood, while the other break down the excess proteins. Nutrients, vitamins, and minerals pass through the liver. The liver removes the excess materials from the blood. The liver makes bile. The liver secretes a digestive juice called bile. Bile is a thick yellow substance stored in the gallbladder. Its main function is to help the body digest fats. The liver stores glycogen. Carbohydrates are important component in food. Food such as bread, fruit, and milk contain carbohydrates. Most carbohydrates are broken down by the digestive system into the simplest form called glucose, which is the main source of energy that fuels our body cells. Glucose that is stored in the liver is commonly called glycogen. This is the sample illustration of the human liver. Now, let's do this. Test 1. Choose the correct answer from the box. Write your answer before the number. Your options are inside the box. You have to answer 1 up to 10. Before answering, please read the questions carefully and understand. For your test 2, making a lung model, vlog type. Deadline is on November 20, 2020. Make a short vlog for a lung model. Show and explain in front of the camera on how to make a lung model. Open your science book on page 92 for your guide. Search a video on how to make a lung model in YouTube for your guide. Send your vlog or content video in our official FB page at TUIXS Grade 4 Renzi. You're going to create posts and then follow instructions. Please follow instructions. Do not send to our messenger. Follow the steps before sending your videos. Hashtag Juan de la Cruz. Hashtag Tago Music School. Hashtag Grade 4 Renzi. Hashtag Science 4. Hashtag Making a Lung Model. For your next test, explanation. Write on your paper cursively 50 words. How important the liver is and how will you take good care of it. Always remember, class, keep your paper worksheet activities and pass it to the next submission every Monday. We video lesson has ended. Thank you for listening and goodbye.